This is Good Morning San Diego.
Hey, we've got a great hour coming your way, and if you've got kids at home, this is a report that you don't want to miss.
Ed Linderman is reporting for us live about the possible connection between football and concussions, also player suicides. Of course, we saw it so tragically with Junior Seau. Well, now they have a new program out. They're educating kids about the dangers, and hopefully adults, coaches, everyone, and we're going to talk more about it coming up.
With the recent death of Junior Seau, a lot of people are talking about the fact that suicides by pro football players might be connected to brain damage that they get after playing ball for so many years.
And some local high school football players are doing something about it. They're learning some lessons about safety, and Ed Linderman is as well and joins us with more this morning. Hi, Ed.
Good morning, Alexis, Bridget. The program is called Athletes Saving Athletes. Here at Valhalla High School this morning, the Valhalla High School football team, pardon me, that's the freshmen, the junior varsity, and the varsity players are all being trained in recognizing injury signs and how to respond, including CPR training. As the Chargers continue their summer camp, young football players and their parents are certainly mindful of recent headlines, the suicides of former NFL standouts such as the Chargers' Junior Seau, Chicago Bears player Dave Duerson, and Atlanta Falcons player Ray Easterling. And many former pro players are dying prematurely. What's more, thousands of former NFL players have filed a lawsuit accusing the league of concealing information linking football-related injuries to long-term brain damage. So, education and prevention is key here for youth football players and their families. How to recognize the symptoms of concussion and other related football issues such as heat exhaustion and sudden cardiac arrest. Joining us live now is the founder of Athletes Saving Athletes, Beth Mallon. And Beth, this stems from an athletic emergency in your family.
Yes, in 2009, our middle son, Tommy, was playing in his final lacrosse game at Santa Fe Christian, and in the last 2 minutes he collided with another player and unfortunately fractured C1, had a dissected vertebral artery, and also suffered his third major concussion.
So he was in danger of dying on the field, and as you told me earlier, one of his teammates recognized what was going on, and the first thing he did was don't pick him up.
Correct.
So now that stems to, okay, the team and the teammates need to be able to understand in an emergency what to do.
Right. The program is Athletes Saving Athletes. Typically, the first person after a catastrophic injury is the teammate. So
it's not the trainer, it's the teammate.
It's the teammate. So what we're doing is teaching basic life-saving skills, not to replace medical care, but in Tommy's case, if Matt had reached down and pulled him up, he would have severed the spinal cord and Tommy could have died right there on the field. So that's what we're teaching athletes. If you suspect a neck injury, don't move them. If you see your teammate confused on the field, they might have a concussion, get them to the sidelines to get evaluated. If an athlete goes down, sudden cardiac arrest, these athletes will learn CPR compressions to keep an athlete alive until a defibrillator gets there. They'll also learn how to use the defibrillator, because that's the only way that an athlete will survive sudden cardiac arrest is with an automated external defibrillator. They'll learn about heat stroke. They'll learn about how to treat an athlete that maybe is suffering from diabetes and asthma.
If I'm a parent and I'm not aware of this program and I go, well, wait a minute, isn't that what the trainer's for? But as you say, the trainer often, in many schools, there's only one. That particular individual might not be on the field at the time. It could be practice, could be a game. The teammate, even though he's young, 16, 17, he needs to be able to recognize these things and then recognize them in himself if he's been hurt.
Absolutely. These athletes are smart, and we can empower them to learn basic skills. You only have 4 minutes before brain damage occurs after an athlete goes down with sudden cardiac arrest, 10 minutes before death. If an athletic trainer is on a different field, those CPR compressions need to start immediately.
All right, Beth, thanks for what you're doing.
Okay,
all right?
thank you.
Hey, Bob,
so
give us a quick shot here. This is Tommy right here. And Tommy's at USD right now studying political science. He's okay. He's not going to be playing lacrosse or football, but he's okay. And thankfully, because a teammate recognized that he was very, very seriously injured and said, stay down. That's what Beth's trying to teach these guys. Just basic life-saving skills and how to recognize injuries in their teammates and themselves. Back to you guys.
So important, really, and she just touched on it there. You know, when something happens to you, when you get injured, you kind of know something's wrong, but not exactly what. So having the tools to make that diagnosis yourself can be probably so vital.
Yeah, and you know, and these young athletes, they don't want to come out of the game. They want to keep pushing. They want to play on, and they need to recognize the fact that this is going to have serious ramifications down the road. You need to speak up. It's not a lack of courage or manliness, etc. Not to speak up that you don't feel very well.
Yeah, you're right about that, Ed. Well, I'm so glad that the community is doing something about it. Thanks for the live report.